83 billionaires backed Kamala Harris, but yet Donald Trump won instead. Now, this is something that I am sorry I was wrong because I thought that money will speak for everyone and money can win, but apparently I was totally wrong. Now the S&P has went up. It's near 6,000 point, and I believe that 5810 is a very critical level. I'll explain to you shortly. Before that itself, disclaimer apply as usual. Now let's go into some detail, shall we? Now, first of all, congratulations to all the friends who've been buying the US stock market. And in fact itself, right, the S&P just hit 50 trillion dollars value, all right? This is 50 times higher than it was in 1982. So the question is, can this continue? And I have my reservation. I'll explain to you more in detail, but let's go into the election itself. So first of all, welcome Trump. You are the now 47 US president. You won it big time, 301 electoral votes versus Harris 226. Now I was actually very outspoken. I believe that Kamala Harris would have won it, but I was wrong. So I have to take the humble pie. But the thing is I kind of feel that the win by him is a little bit easy because we saw what happened. The Republican won the Senate. They also won the House. So I just feel that someone is just putting him in his current position. I just feel very wrong. Now, of course, it could be a conspiracy theory and stuff like that, but I just feel that his win is just so easy. Now, maybe as what my friends say, is because the people want changes. Probably so. But you can see that there's a lot of celebrity like Taylor Swift, Travis, Kim Kardashian, Tom Hanks, Oprah. No, a lot of people actually supported this Kamala Harris. And of course, there was some saying that they will leave the country if Trump won. But of course, I don't think so. But I know that Biden seems to be very happy and call Trump quite fast. So I'm just thinking out loud, probably Biden is not happy with his current party right now. Who knows? But the thing is this, regardless, right, guys, more than $1 billion of funds were drawn in by Kamala Harris. Okay, she basically has raised $1 billion. That's a lot of money for a candidate. And the thing is, this is more than Donald Trump. As a matter of fact, right, there's so many of them the billionaires who supported her, like Michael Bloomberg, Arthur Blank, Vinod, Dustin, Steven Spielberg himself. And in fact, as I look at numbers, in fact, the final number came out to be 83 of them. Okay, that's a lot of billionaires who gave more than $1 million. Okay, so if there's so many people backing her, then how come she lose, right? So that's again, is it the people's power? Is it something bigger? Well, all I can say that we don't know, but we all know one thing for sure right now. She is in some trouble, okay? Why? Apparently, you can see that she raised about $1 billion and she spent $1.37 billion. Well, that's a lot of money. And just the stuff alone, she spent $582 million. That's a lot of money. So I saw this from the X, and I'm not too sure whether how true is this. I check around, and apparently, seemingly, she has some debt, okay, to settle. So if you want it, things will be easier for her. But now she lost it. That's where things happen, right? And seemingly, we know that this money she spent a lot of things on the like celebrities to support her. You can see that there's one where she paid Oprah Winfrey, $1 million through the campaign, and of course she spent a six-figure building a fake podcast set, but she just doesn't want to fly over there. They built a new set under call her daddy. All right, on this thing. And of course, right now, there's some saying that now, even though she had lost the race, but apparently she's still asking for donation. But all this is from Fox News, and yeah, this is a little bit what they call cannot be proven. So you just have to take a pinch of salt, right? But nonetheless, the thing is this right now. So Kamala Harris has lost it. Donald Trump, in fact, has came in. Okay, first of all, he said, "Let's rebuild America depleted military." So apparently, seemingly, right, the last 4 years, okay, or this 4 years, Biden has not been doing much on this area. This is interesting. And of course, right now, Donald Trump has just engaged the first female for the chief of staff, and this is something changing the whole White House thing history. And in fact, the Taliban says that it will strengthen relationship with Donald Trump and want to be removed from the U.S. terror list itself. And of course, Russian President Putin says that Western civilization is not an enemy. Mexico has just stepped in and tried to discourage large caravans towards their borders. In fact, itself, they are responding. And then the thing is this, according to the NYC mayor, illegal aliens will no longer be getting food voucher. Oh my God, this is really happening in Trump effect. And of course, Putin says that he takes Donald Trump's plan to end the war with Ukraine very seriously, and Russia supports it. Oh my God. And of course, Hamas calls for immediate end of war after Trump election win. Now, this is crazy, guys. I mean, it looks good. It looks fantastic. It seems that, wow, the Donald Trump effect is coming in. And by next year itself, right, things will change. So the question I'm going to ask is that what will happen from now till then? You know, usually when things go one-sided, things may just go way wrong. And that's why I feel that we have to take this carefully, because we're still about 1 month away from the where the President Donald Trump take the White House. So I just feel that traders should be very careful. So I just happened to saw this article once again. We all know that Robert Kiyosaki has been calling for sell for longest of time. From 2013 onwards, have been calling for sell, calling for sell, calling for sell. And almost every time he called for sell, yeah, sometimes the market do pull back. Yeah, I must give him some kudos on that. But majority of time, he got it pretty wrong. So the thing is this, is it just because Robert Kiyosaki needs to write some books? I don't think so. I think he do have his reason. I saw some of his article he wrote, and I believe that he will be right one day, right? That's why I say that in 2023, I believe that he will be correct one day, and then of course he can sell more books by then, but probably now when it could happen, right? So the thing is this, we look at the first issue that I believe Donald Trump needs to settle on will be the US bonds. Now, the US bond, as you know, has been coming down. Now, this is not a good sign, because when that actually happened, that means that the country may need to find more ways to find money for themselves. Okay, there's something wrong with my annotation here. Okay. All right. And we all know that people like George Soros, Stanley Druckenmiller, they're all shorting the US bonds. So we all know that China actually came in and sold some bonds, okay, back in 2024 May. They dumped the largest US treasuries in history. I believe that they dumped somewhere around this area, and the bond price came down. Then, of course, the interest rate factor came in, the bond price increased, everybody thinks it's good, but then things start to change again. So the question comes in itself, with the US Federal Reserve cutting interest rate, by right, the bond price should recover, but instead it's not happening. And if you look carefully, this last week itself, we have one of the heaviest traded volume for the bond market, TLT. So this tells us that if things recover like this, good, the stock market most likely will continue. But if the market come down instead, which I think will likely happen, then we're going to have some selling in the stock market. So guys, watch this very closely. I believe this will be one of the big bottom decider for the stock market. And of course, you can see right now, this Jeff Gundlach, he is one of the Jeffrey Gundlach. He believed that a recession is coming in. He said in May, and he was being interviewed recently, and he still stand and believe that there will be some selling in the market. Then of course, Stanley Druckenmiller, I covered his story before. He's shorting US bonds and staying off China. I think that's the right thing to do, and it's correct, because we saw China market coming off on last Friday, and I said this before, guys, don't buy in the China market yet. It's still not out of its woods. In fact, things may still go wrong. So that's the reason why I tell people don't buy into Hong Kong or China market back then. But the thing is this, right now, you can see very clearly that we have a lot of selling in the market from Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, Peter Thiel. They are selling. And of course, we have Warren Buffett selling too. And Stanley said, so this is the video. So all this I've been covering since May. And I believe that that's a reason to follow. So now the thing is, I can see now many people are calling to buy shares. My friends are asking me when you can buy the shares and stuff like that. With the S&P at 6,000, I feel that this is where it always happens. When everybody's buying and the boys are selling, you just have to be very careful. So the thing is, this one thing to note, Donald Trump, I saw his X message today. I will not be inviting former Ambassador Nikki, okay, or former Secretary of State Mike, okay, Pompeo, to join the Trump administration, okay, which is now in the formation, okay, and obviously he just say nice stuff, but actually you can feel that what's going to happen soon is that he doesn't want to use the people, he wants to have his own people. So I'm just wondering out loud, so what will happen to Google and Meta, because they have been kind of supportive to the Biden administration. So I believe that this could actually there will be some profit taking on this to counter. So traders, please be careful on that. Yeah. And to wrap it up itself, the S&P 500. Now the S&P 500, I did a very simple charting here for you to take a look and see that you agree with me. Okay, let me show to you right now. So the S&P 500, basically the base area I used was 2180. And the resistance base I used somewhere around 3390. And you can see that there was a peak here. There's a bottom here. So we extrapolate, we can get the same form of resistance. But once the market stays above it, the market went out all the way. All right, nicely. So the same number itself is the difference between these two numbers is actually 1210. Yeah, okay. So when I did the same thing, I extrapolate up itself with 1210. I actually get somewhere around here. And then this is very nice. The market pullback came very close to the support level. And when it rebounded itself, it was perfect. The market really stopped there at 4600. Okay, so that is where I believe that this 1210 formula is working. So I take 4600 plus again 1210. I get the final figure, which is 5810, which is where the market actually stopped before the election. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is this, guys. Now the S&P is trading at 5995. The highest it went was 6,000. I believe that if tomorrow or the next day the market cannot stay above 6,000, there's a very good chance it'll pull back. The first support will be 5810. And I think that will be a good level for people to buy again if you're going to feel like buying. But if the market breaks below it, then be careful. The selling may bring it down all the way. So the thing is this right now, 5810 will be a good level to buy. So traders, you may want to consider that. And of course, anything above 6,000, I really feel is too expensive right now. And that's why Warren Buffett is selling shares. Okay, guys, hope you like this video. This is Cal signing off. Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.